Hey guys, it's Cody again with another episode of Tap That Flick. Today, what I'm going to do is the new movie just came out this Easter weekend, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, or should I say Dawn of Injustice. Basically, I always do retro movies, but I just saw this one and it got me off my butt and decided, you know what, there is so much injustice in this movie. I really just want to put my 2 cents on it. So, starting off, a little background about me. Michael Keaton is best Batman of all time. Hands down for me, Michael Keaton. If you talk Chris Nolan and you want to talk Dark Knight trilogy, I couldn't watch them. It was absolutely terrible. I hated the Batman Chris Nolan made. I hated Christian Bale more than anything else. In fact, in the third one, I was really hoping Bane would just kill Christian Bale. That's about it. Um, so, in saying that, it's been a while since I've really been into Batman. I'm a huge Cap and Bat fan, and Avengers have just come out, or Marvel's come out with such great movies lately, like the Avengers and Captain America: Winter Soldier. Um, I've been hanging on the Cap train, and Ben Affleck by far is the best Batman since Michael Keaton. Um, I actually am one of those people who enjoyed Val Kilmer and George Clooney over Christian Bale as Batman. So, um, coming from me, uh, I, I think it's worth a little bit more. Now, um, they stuck a little more true to what Batman is, even though they made it more realistic, if you will, as opposed to comic book like. Batman kicks ass. He Ben Affleck kicks ass as Bruce Wayne and Batman. One of the best things about Ben Affleck's character in this movie is Batman is supposed to be Batman all the time, even when he's Bruce Wayne. And that's exactly what he does. He uses Bruce Wayne as his alter ego, not Batman as his alter ego. So, in saying that, on the flip side of the coin, you have Superman, right? And Henry Cavill, however you say it, he's just been very not the Boy Scout that Superman's supposed to be. And some people like that, some people like me don't. And I guess it's a difference in opinion. You know, people want to see these characters evolve over the years. You know, we've gotten tired of what things were and how they've been gone on for so long that we, you know, strive for something different, a little more adventurous and evolution. And one of the sad parts is you have Superman who's just he's I can't connect to Superman as Superman. You know, I am a Batman fan over Superman, but when it boils down to is Superman at least is supposed to be personable with the people, and in Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, I just don't get that out of him. I don't get that he loves Lois. I get that Lois loves him. You know, Amy Adams does a fantastic job. Um, you know, moving on to Wonder Woman. I really feel like yes, I know she's from Israel and she has an accent, but as an actor, you're supposed to be able to remove that when you play a character. One of the things I really didn't enjoy was, you know, Wonder Woman's supposed to be a diplomat from DC. That's the version of Wonder Woman that I've grown up with. That's the one, in, you know, the Wonder Woman back in the 70s. You know, she was very diplomatic about situations. She was a little more noble, if you will. And unfortunately, Zack Snyder has kind of killed Superman and Wonder Woman. Um, for me at least, he's killed them for me. Um, the movie in general is just it doesn't do Ben Affleck justice, and I gotta tell you, watching Ben Affleck as Batman was the best part of the entire movie. Um, he made the movie actually, and it was still kind of crap, and it's no reflection on him. And I know that things have been tough on him, and that's one of the real big reasons I wanted to voice my opinion on this. And I, one day hope Ben is going on YouTube and trying to figure this out, but or hear some movie reviews and criticisms. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed his improv shit line in there, and I enjoyed everything that he put into it. What I don't like is how Zack Snyder is a terrible storyteller in this. Every scene, or every other scene rather, is it's like a dream. Um, it's like Bruce Wayne's dreams, and it gets a little weird. In the beginning, you're following the origin of Batman, and spoiler alert, I guess it's not really that big of a deal, but basically, um, in the beginning, you have little Brucey. His parents died from the funeral, and he's running through the woods, and he falls into a cave, and he sees bats. We get that. That's kind of commonplace. What you don't see every day is the bats swirling around him, lifting him in the air as he's levitating and like staring up at the bright sky and the bats around him. That's just weird. You want to make a movie more realistic, and then you're going to go off and do some just nonsensical things. It makes no sense. There's also the movie is very choppy. There's no connection to Wonder Woman at all. You would really, really think that if you're going to introduce a character, you want it to be, flavorful, stylish. You want it to really pop and connect that character to the audience. They really don't. You see her at a few parties, and that's really it. There's not much more than that until the very end, and she's like, I'm Wonder Woman. One of the more disappointing parts of everything was Lex Luthor. Eisenberg really, I don't know if it was his fault or what it was, but in every movie he's twitchy, he's jittery, he's fast talking, and American Ultra was great for him. I thought that was a perfect role to have him in. But then you go and put him as Lex Luthor, right, who's supposed to be an evil genius. He prides himself on being a genius. He's still suave and sophisticated. He's very demanding and very powerful. That's what makes Lex Luthor Lex. And unfortunately, all Eisenberg did was almost act kind of Joker-like. Random laughter and chuckles and nervousness and the twitchy, jittery, fast-talking, babbling lines and stuff like that. It doesn't portray the character the way that it's supposed to be. I know that there are different takes that you can take on characters, such as the Jokers over the years, right? So, we've had so many different Jokers, and each one does them different and does them justice to at their own extent. The only one is whoever did the voice in Injustice Gods Among Us. I can't go following, supporting that. But when it comes down to it, here you have Lex Luthor, who has no reason to hate Superman. We don't know why he hates Superman. It's just apparently, since the beginning of the movie, all he wants to do is see Superman and Batman fight. That's it. We don't know why. We don't know what his motivation is, or why he's a bitter, pissed off, millennial who has a startup corporation. It just kind of, he's more psychotic than evil genius, and like I said, reminds me more of a Joker type figure. Alfred, I really, really did enjoy. It was really nice to see Alfred behind the scenes really helping out Bruce Wayne. And Ben Affleck. I know I'm all over the place, but forgive me. Like I said, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I did a movie review. But Alfred, it's really nice to see how Alfred's sidekicking Batman, really, and how he's helping out behind the scenes. And I'm not going to go into detail about that. But I think the duo was really good. One of the things I do like, what Zack Snyder showed was Bruce Wayne and Batman training. Doing his whole CrossFit routine, basically sledgehammer to a truck tire, and doing pull-ups with chains and all this other stuff. And it I really like to see how Batman is so determined, and that's what Batman, represents. You can't beat Batman's will or determination. It's just kind of the way it is, and he embodies that. And I think in this movie, putting something like that in really helps to show how Batman, keeps in peak physical fitness and whatnot. Another thing that I kind of struggled with was the layout of the story, let alone the dream sequences. Right, they were just really weird, and I kept looking over at my wife, going, I don't know what to tell you, because she doesn't know anything about comics and all this. I do to a large extent, but definitely not to ultimate nerd level. My wife would look over to me for answers, and I'd just shrug and shake my head. I just don't. It was a very confusing storyline. Marvel keeps it easy. Marvel is very good at storytelling. DC, they're trying to keep up with Marvel so much that they're losing the fundamentals of everything that makes superhero movies and what we want to see. And I guess in closing, like I said, I'm just really disappointed. Henry Cavill, sorry, is I watched Man from U.N.C.L.E. That he was fantastic in that, and he was emoting, and he was just so much better than Superman, and I feel like he's lacking, and there's so much more he could do, and I wonder if it's the direction, or I wonder if it's the writers. I don't think he's a bad actor at all. I really enjoy him, but one has to wonder who's at fault for this, and who's at fault for really messing this movie up, because it is such a huge deal since the Dark Knight trilogy to have more comic book and intertwined characters, and I feel like it was just a huge opportunity and someone dropped the ball. And I really do firmly believe that it's mostly Zack Snyder, as he has as the director, the ultimate word, but I feel like the writers had a hand in this as well. And to be honest, like I said, Ben Affleck, I think Ben Affleck rocks. Matt Damon's impressed me, as of late. Matt Damon, Team America, but that's how I always thought of Matt Damon. He's impressed me, and now Ben Affleck is really kicking it up a notch, and I really enjoyed it. I don't want this movie, as bad as the movie was, I don't want it to ruin him as Batman. I feel like there's a lot of, like I said, missed opportunity in the movie. I think that Lex Luthor needs to be an entirely different person. I can't help but wonder if they're going to do with this movie what they did with X-Men, and just say, oh my God, we messed up, and now we're going to go back in time, change the timeline, and then the movie just never happened, or like Hulk, where they just just left the movie and said, we're just going to do another one because it was that bad. I really hope that the Flash movie and the Aquaman movie really stand up on their own. I know the rumor is that Ben Affleck's going to be directing his own Batman movie in 2018. Can't wait to see that. Until next time, guys, I'm Cody, and this is Tap That Flick.